How important was it for you guys to come out of this break with an effort like you had tonight?
Yeah, I mean, a couple weeks off. The spot we're in right now, points are important. I feel like we had a good first period, kind of lost ourselves in the second. Thought we got ourselves better in the third, but just had to get the 2 points. But if we're going to get to where we want to go, we have to play better than that tonight.
To be expected, though, right? I mean, you had to come in, maybe shake off a little bit of the rust and get back to your game?
Yeah, I think it was a little bit to be expected. I think after our first period, thought we were moving well. I thought in the second they kind of took it to us a little bit, but that's just part of the break. But like I said, it's important we got 2 points, but now we know we have to play a little bit better moving forward.
Zach, if you were tired for the last 2 weeks, it sure didn't show. It looked like you had your full legs tonight.
Yeah, no, I mean, I was a little bit tired. I felt like I was a little sloppy, could have played a little bit better in certain areas, but take tomorrow off, regroup, and get back at it Monday.
Was it more physical or mental, with fatigue?
It's a good question. Maybe a little bit of both. I think mental. I think the last 2 weeks I was, pretty focused for, a lot of energy mentally the last couple of weeks. So I slept good last night. I napped hard today. I could have napped for forever, it felt like. But we're in a great spot here. So once I got to the rink, I was ready to go, and I dialed in. And I thought our team did a good job of staying focused for the most part. I know we lost ourselves, but we got the job done, and that's the most important thing.
Zach, are you guys at the point now where you can look at like what other teams are doing, and specifically the Red Wings, they lost today in overtime, so you guys are tied with them. Are you at that point yet where you allow yourself to be like, hey, they lost, we got an opportunity here?
I think everyone's a little bit different with that. I definitely look at the standings. I started watching that game before my nap, and I woke up in overtime, so I threw it right on. Points are so important right now with just over a month and a half left in the season. We're battling with them. We're battling with Ottawa. The Rangers. It's fun to look at it, right? We're in a great spot, and we haven't been in this spot in a long time, and we should enjoy it. We should embrace it, and we should know what's in front of us. So. I'm a guy that looks at it. I know some guys don't, but I think it's good to know where we stand in the standings.
After 2 weeks of what you just went through, going out there, is it a little surreal? Is it weird? Did it take you a little bit to kind of a couple shifts to get back into it and realize you're not playing Sweden or Finland or whatever?
Yeah, I mean, honestly, it doesn't feel like the Four Nations happened. It's just such a quick turnaround. No time to even digest it or think about it. Get back yesterday, wake up today, and it's game day. So I think tomorrow and Monday I'll have time to really reflect on it and just think about how cool it really was. And then after that, my focus is here full time. So like I said, we're in a great spot. It's been a lot of fun so far this year. It's going to be a lot of fun the next couple of weeks, and I'm just really looking forward to it.
Was it slow out there for you tonight after the pace of the Four Nations?
Maybe a little bit. I mean, just like the speed of the game, yeah, I think guys were flying in that Four Nations, but even tonight, guys were rested, so they were skating fast. Plays were being made. I think, our silly KJ and Boone in the first period, they were humming. They were all over the place. So definitely felt like the pace was high tonight, but definitely, with guys like McKinnon and McDavid and Point, all these guys flying around, it's definitely a little bit slower, but not by much.
Matejchuk seemed real noticeable tonight. Mm-hmm. Maybe his best game offensively. Looked like you a lot, up in the rush quite a bit. Mm-hmm. What have you seen from him as he gets more comfortable at this level?
He played really well tonight. Scores a big goal, makes some great plays in the O-zone. I thought he broke up some plays defensively. I thought his feet were moving, and he doesn't look like a guy that's a rookie this year. He's really grown his game. I think he has a lot more confidence right now. Maybe that break was good for him to just reset and get some rest. Obviously, it's a grind here in the NHL, so he looked fresh tonight, and we're going to need him down the stretch. So I thought that was a really strong game from him.
Thanks, Zeke.
We talk a lot about skaters when they come back from a 2-week break. What's it like for a goaltender? What was it like for you tonight to find your game?
I think, personally for me, it was a little hard. I mean, the game seemed really fast, and we had really good 3 practices before here, and yeah, it was just about to find the flow and get back on that wave. But it was weird. I'm gonna tell you the truth. Like, even I used my game pads, and they were kind of stiff and weird. Like it kind of felt like in summer, in September, something like that.
You were roaming all over the ice, especially in the first period. You had a nice catch out there in center field. That was nice. Just take us through that particular play and what you saw there.
I mean, I think even if he would score, it wouldn't be in because it was offside, but I still didn't want to risk it. But that was pretty high jump. I mean, fresh legs. So, yeah, it looked good. I want to see it.
You also had any number of interactions with Nick Foligno tonight. It looked like he was working hard to get one by you, but you didn't give to old number 71.
He been like since I met him, even here in Columbus, even in practices, he was giving me a hard time. He's been always hardworking. He's crashing the net, and he's tough. It's hard to be against him, and that's what he's doing, and I knew it already, so I had to be ready and prepare for that.
Let's talk about what it means for this team to take care of business tonight and get a win to kick off this playoff push coming back from the break.
It's huge. I mean, every single win here right now, it's huge for us, and yeah, we just have to keep going the same way what we are doing right now, and just focus game by game. Not about the future, not about playoffs. We don't have to think about that. We have just to think game by game, and then the beautiful result is going to come by itself.
At the end there, you had one of your own defensemen fall on you. It looked like you got up a little gingerly. Everything okay?
I mean, I'm going to go check with doctors, but yeah, I felt my neck, and then I got the post in my butt, and that was didn't felt good. I'll tell you that. I literally felt the post between my cheeks, so it didn't felt good. Yeah, it's weird, guys. I'm sorry, but I literally felt it was cold as well, so it wasn't good.
I don't know where we go after that.
I don't know. It hurts. It hurts, guys. I'm honest. It hurts. A weird question, man. But I'm honest. Yeah. All right, and out.
Just talk about the effort tonight coming out of the break and what you saw and what you liked and maybe what can be improved on, even though you guys won at 5-1.
Yeah, I mean, I think we were working. Like, we had the, work ethic. I think we've had that pretty much all the years, or the whole year. But, yeah, I think just guys can sharpen up. And, everyone probably had some plays they felt a little rusty on. So, yeah, I'm excited to just kind of keep going. It's fun to just get back out there and be with the guys and obviously have Booner out, too.
Yeah, and we talked about that a lot. Just the players who were coming back. I know you didn't play with everybody, but Boone back, Marchie back, everybody back in. You kind of felt like a full-strength team tonight.
Yeah, no, definitely. I mean, obviously those guys are great players, big parts of our team. So, yeah, I was excited to have them all back, and I thought LeBate had a really good game for us too. So, yeah, it was great.
And for you to come in and, again, off the breaks, pot two like that, what does that mean to you?
Yeah, no, it obviously feels nice. I mean, I think, can still get going and get back into our game and be better. But, yeah, it obviously feels nice when the puck's going in.
KJ, how energized was Boone there in the first period especially?
Yeah, no, definitely. I mean, the thing is, he's always, plays with a lot of energy. But, yeah, definitely. I mean, I think, and just for everyone, it was contagious. And, yeah, I know me and Silly were really excited to play with him. So, yeah, it was great.
Have you thought about what the experience has been like for Zach here the last 48 hours to go from that Four Nations, the high of that, to having a day off and then playing here? And what did you see in him? How impressed were you with him tonight?
Yeah, no, he was great. I mean, I wasn't really surprised. I mean, if anything, like, the game probably feels a little slow back here. And yeah, he had the day off, and, he's a pro. He takes care of his body and everything. So, yeah, I wasn't really surprised, and we were just really excited that, to have him back and, just talk to him and catch up, and then obviously, do his thing on the ice.
Looked like you had a number of shifts against 98 over there. How much fun do you have playing head-to-head against Connor?
Yeah, no, I love it. I was hoping for the matchup, and I mean, I don't know if we had it like every shift, but yeah, we definitely had a lot. So it was fun. I love playing against him, and yeah, obviously it's a tough challenge, but it was good.
How much of an emphasis was the beginning of the second period to make sure you convert on that power play when it was still a close game?
Yeah, no, it's definitely huge, especially a lot of talk whenever you have a power play like right after the intermission. So, yeah, definitely we really wanted to get one there, and yeah, it was huge.
Dean, coming out of the break with the guys coming back, we talked about a lot over the last couple of days. What did you see that you liked tonight?
Just our commitment level, our work was real good. We turned the puck over a few too many times coming out of our zone. Was something that we, need to correct here the next couple of days. But, it showed, again, I think we talked about this, but that they did the right things as athletes to be prepared. I didn't think our conditioning suffered at all. We had lots of legs. We were able to just roll the four lines in the 6D. So yeah, that was very positive for us here tonight.
And your first chance to coach Boone Jenner.
Yeah.
What were your first impressions?
I'm sure it's same as everybody knows is that he's just such a worker, right? He just does those little things, except for the turnover on the penalty. But I'm sure he won't do that a whole lot. But yeah, no, he's just such a calming presence. And we've had other guys. We've talked about Z and his presence on the bench and stuff. But to have another role model and another leader, obviously our leader, back into teaching and coaching and from his position is awesome.
Dean, Zach just said he did feel a little bit of fatigue tonight, which is almost hilarious because he had a breakaway goal and 3 points.
After a 2-minute shift.
Yeah, right. How impressed were you by his performance tonight, given what it's been like for him the last 48?
Honestly, I guess, yes, impressed, 100%. Shocked? No, right? Not, yeah, he's just such a incredible athlete, right? His engine and all the emotions that he's went through the last few days, I'm sure, such great highs, obviously, and then a very big low, and he just slides back in and goes about his business and, helps his team have success here tonight. So that's extremely impressed.
Denton Matejchuk was very noticeable tonight on the offensive end, leading the rush a couple of times. As he's gotten more confident, what have you seen? How have you seen his game grow?
I'd love to say I've seen it grow a lot, but we haven't, because it's been that way right from the start, right? We made a decision, as an organization to have him start in Cleveland and, go through the process. That's important to Don Waddell and us as an organization. And he did all the right things to develop to get to the point where he is here. But he did the same things that he's doing now and he did tonight there. And I'm sure he's done that for his entire career.
Dean, the importance of situational hockey is huge when you're in a playoff race like that. The power play goal in the second to start, just how important of a moment was that in a talking point locker room? Make sure you take advantage of that.
Yeah, I completely agree. And we had some big kills too. Obviously, they got one. But yeah, I completely agree with you. That was a really big goal for us to not only, the goal, obviously, we get up, but to hold momentum of what we were doing and how we were playing, and gave us a boost confidence-wise in order to move forward.
We're asking about so many guys coming back, but Joseph Labate plays his first game in 8 years. Physical. Makes a hit, drops the gloves. Had some good shifts. What'd you see out of him?
Yeah, you know what? More than all of the things that you just said were fantastic. What he did on the ice. What we were impressed with was his presence on the bench. For a guy that, wasn't here in training camp. I don't know how many guys he actually knows in the locker room. Certainly doesn't know us as a coaching staff, knows Scott Ford. But he was vocal. He was positive. He was you get a guy come up and he's a little bit older, so he's confident in that area. But to actually speak on the bench and have confidence to speak and say the right things, that was really impressive to us. But I agree, he did all those things as a big man, had a good stick, finished his checks, systematically. I'll tell you what, the other thing that's impressive is that Trent and Cleveland prepare these guys, perfectly to step in seamlessly because they play exactly how we play. And they have the same verbiage, they have the same commitment, all of that stuff. So the whole organization, it feeds, right? And it just allows a player like that to have success. So what they're doing down there and what Trent's doing as the head coach is awesome.
I don't know, in that first period, I don't know if you're too locked into coaching, but the moment where they sing happy birthday to Johnny's son, It had to be. I mean, it was a touching moment. It felt like it throughout the whole arena. Did you guys kind of hear that?
We weren't locked in. We were watching. Hard not to lose your composure, but way more happy thoughts. We've talked about our crowd and our fans. I mean, it's incredible. Obviously, the organization, but for the fans to recognize and do that, it was very special to see Meredith and the kids, and it was hard to see her, because it was emotional, but I think she felt the happiness that we all did as well.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys.